encouraging signs all around the Miami Heat. Discouraging words from the personality whose studio I sit in today. This is the Evan Cohen Studios. Here, Zaslow, for people that missed it, when CKatt and I were out at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, welcoming our guy Evan Cohen into the show for his weekly Wednesday hit, he had some choice words to say about you, Jonathan Zaslow, and CKatt has the sound for you.
And this is a response to Zaslow saying that there are phonies out there in sports TV and in sports radio, specifically with shows starting at 6 a.m., absolute phonies for not watching the World Series game that went into the wee hours of the night before. And Evan said this is what he needed to get off his chest.
Okay, Zaz. That's the voice of Boca Bowl sidelines there, Jonathan Zaslow.
Wow.
By the way, hey, here's why Zaz is acting like a dumbass. Within the first 2 minutes of our show yesterday, here's why. Within the first 2 minutes of our show, maybe 3 minutes of our show yesterday, I said, what an unbelievable game last night. I didn't see it. I said it immediately. Immediately. There is he's a dumbass when it comes to me because Russo and Rizzo, for the first time in God knows how long, although you know what, I will say.
I think we got the chip.
Yeah.
We don't got to compliment Russo and Rizzo necessarily.
Yeah, we don't need them.
You see, this is such a massive overreaction on Evan's part, all right? Because not only did I say that I wasn't talking about Evan when I was talking about hosts who are at 6 in the morning doing morning shows. Like, Evan, there's more 6 a.m. morning shows than just Unsportsmanlike. Like, you could be the best 6 a.m. It's the best show. ESPN Radio. I love ESPN. I work there. It's the best show. I'm listening to that at 6 in the morning. Nothing else. But, Evan, you do know there are other shows that start at 6 a.m. Okay, not the only one. And the fact that Evan says there that at the start of his show that day, that he said right at the beginning that he was honest and he did not stay up to the end of that game shows you I was not talking about him. So I don't know what he's getting so crazy about over.
You know what? I don't know what he's getting so crazy about over either. Let's ask him.
Why don't you just back down and say it to my face?
What?
Says?
What?
Why don't you say it to me?
Well, I will tell you.
You're saying it all about me.
I will. Which part do you want me to say? Let's hear it. Which part?
Well, okay, first of all, there's one or two things you got to say. Number one is, I don't listen to your show. I listen to other shows because if you're talking about other shows, then clearly you listen to other shows. That's number one. We could start there. Go ahead. So tell me you're listening to another show and not ours.
No. Your show is the one I listen to when I'm on my way to work in the morning, okay? But again, I can assume and be right. I can assume and be right that other shows that are on in the morning after a game that ended 2 hours ago did not see the 18 innings. All right? That's a fair and probably right assumption.
So then what you're doing is you're kind of weaseling out of a take. It kind of is reminiscent to what you've done with me with the Boca Bowl.
Okay.
I mean, if we really think about this.
All right. No, I'm glad you brought that up.
So clearly you don't want to name names on the host, which, I mean, I'm not going to tell everybody you said it was Russo and Rizzo as well as
I don't
Theo,
need a snitch on everyone. I don't need a snitch on everyone.
No, I'm just saying. And then the second thing is, Theo, this is like me calling Stephanie Prince. Hey, 2 p.m. available every day?
Look.
Just wondering. Just throwing that out there.
I'm glad you brought this up. First of all, I don't
okay.
Theo, I don't need to snitch on everyone. You know what happens to snitches, right, Theo? You know what happens?
I know.
They get hurt. Everybody knows that.
Well, I thought snitches were...
I'm glad you brought up, though, Evan, all right, because this part I feel bad about, all right? This I have to tell you, Theo, this part I feel bad. So I'm glad that Evan is on the line here, all right? I thought that I was being a gentleman. I thought that I was doing the right thing here. I'm very interested in doing the sidelines for the Boca Raton Bowl. We know that's a big deal coming up, okay? And yes. Not only do I want to do it, I want to do it with my co-host for ESPN Radio College Football Campus Tour, Amber Wilson. She'd be fantastic doing sidelines, and I think it'd be a fun little gimmick if we did it together.
Nice.
But Evan Cohen did it last year, and I don't want to step on toes. So, Theo, what would be like the gentleman-like thing to do? I didn't go and say to Stephanie Prince, hey, I want this job. No, I sent Evan a message. Hey, man, are you going to be doing the Boca Raton Bowl again? Because here's the thing, all right, and this is where I got to make sure that I don't step on toes because I want to be a gentleman and be courteous. I think Evan might be too big for it.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I think he's big. I think he's too big.
Jokes.
Yeah, what does that
Bad
mean about the Boca Bowl?
No, it's not about Boca Bowl. It's about Evan. I think Evan's a really big deal. I think maybe he's too big to be a sideline reporter. That's all. Doesn't have to do a Boca Raton Bowl.
What I will say is, can I say something first, Evan?
This is
Before you go,
this is not ideal.
I know. Before you go defending the Boca Bowl or defending your the size of your britches, I do want to say this, Zaslow. Great professional courtesy that you did give, and you can teach some people around this office about that.
Oh, is that right?
Secondly,
is that true?
Secondly,
yeah,
you
just
can.
In case you want to take our 3 to 4 slot, just let us know first. That's all.
Next time, you don't go straight to management. You go to the people that have the previous role if you have a relationship with them first.
Did someone do that? Is that why we're hearing that?
Just putting it out there. This is just protocol. PIMDAS.
No, that was on the other end. I know what you're talking about. That was on the other end.
I think Evan is aware. But
I'll defend that. That was post 6, not pre-4.
Yes.
Just to be clear.
Yes.
Just to be clear on that.
But Theo, wasn't I doing the right thing there? Because Evan,
you did the right thing. That's what I wanted to say.
Evan said he didn't know. Evan said he didn't know if he was doing it again. So what did I do? I'm backing away. I backed away.
Hold on a second. First of all, boy, did Theo just get real on this. This is now very uncomfortable. Okay, so here's the thing. Unlike Zaslow, when I say I have someone's back, I have someone's back. So when I get wind of what you were talking about, Theo, I made sure if that conversation was hypothetically happening, the extra hour would not be on the front end. That's number one. You never had to worry about that as long as I'm alive. Okay?
Oh, I think I'm connecting some dots here. Okay. All right. Okay. Go on.
What's understood does not have to be explained.
Happy birthday, Mike Rizzo. That's number one. Number two, Zaslow.
Yeah.
This is a disaster with everybody involved. Because let me explain what's happened here. Zaz does the reach out, which is the ultimate. Let's be real. Zaz, you and I have been friends for a long time.
That's why I want to make sure I don't upset you. I felt bad.
Okay. All right. Some may say it dates back, and we'll leave it vague, to Zaz sitting on my lap in a car at 3 in the morning in Detroit, Michigan. Again, you can interpret that how you may out there. All of that is true.
Yep.
That's Zaz falling asleep after the guy's supposed to stop it. So
I did. Thank God he took me to my hotel. I mean, he could have taken me somewhere. You never hear from me again.
Some may say that would have been a good thing. Now, Zaz reaches out to me, which is the ultimate, hey, we're friends. I want to do the right thing, but really I want to guilt you into not doing this.
That part's not true.
Zaz knows if I know that he wants it. Because of the fact that I feel the way I feel about Zaz, he's smart enough to know, you know what? He'll probably bow out on purpose here, and that'll give me the opportunity.
Yeah, give me too much credit.
Notice, Theo? No, hold on. Did you notice, Theo? He said, I really would love to do this with someone. And I'm thinking he's saying, wow, that's nice. He wants to do it with me. No, he wants to do it with Amber.
Wow.
Not with me.
Yeah.
He could have just said, can I do it with you? No, he wants me out. He wants he and Amber in. And by the way, the ESPN Radio head honcho, Justin Craig, actually released a statement on this today, and Unsportsmanlike. Are you aware of this? I know Dad is not aware of this because he doesn't listen to Unsportsmanlike, as we know.
I work in the mornings. What are you talking about?
Now, the statement, and this is not a joke. I am reading this now. Tells Zaz he's welcome to pay for a ticket to enjoy the game.
Woo!
He's not supplanting you. Maybe we find a corner near a concession stand. That is the statement. So now, where this really backfired is the game, Theo, correct me if I'm wrong, is December 23rd at like 2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
Which is what? Which is a great, great time slot and an even better time slot for a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old that I have who I was and my wife, who I was planning on going the game with, and sitting there, of course, in a suite or on the field. Those are the only two options, of course, for somebody like myself, and enjoying the game. But now, because Zaz has inserted himself, the Udonis Haslem in me has showed up. The competitive nature in me has showed up.
Oh, well, you know what? You're welcome. You're welcome. It sounds like you need a little bit of inspiration. You're welcome.
Now I have to do it.
You're welcome.
I have to do it now.
Yep. You're welcome.
I didn't want to do it, and now I have to. Now ESPN Radio is saying I have to just to prevent you from doing it.
All right,
That's the theme.
Bully ball right there. It's bully ball.
Yeah.
Sometimes bullying works.
Yeah. Who's the bigger Heat fan, Jonathan Zaslow or Evan Cohen?
He has been his whole life. There's no question. I am now. Zaz is more Panthers than Heat now.
I knew it. We had this discussion off the air, and CKatt and I both agreed that Evan's the bigger Heat fan. And Zaz, are you willing to concede that right now?
I'm not willing to. I'm not willing to fight that at the moment. It's closer to accurate than it is inaccurate.
No question. It's him. It's him in total.
We're not talking about
zero
life.
question. It's him.
We're not talking about life. We're talking about
in
right now.
the moment as we sit here today.
Yeah. Here's an example.
About the Heat. He's worried about Kachuk.
I am a little bit worried.
Simone Antoine-Pecchio.
Here's the example. I'm not willing to fight that, okay? Because here's the example. 2 nights ago, when both teams are playing at the same time in the Zaslow Mansion family room, Evan, who had the big TV, who had the small TV? It was the Panthers on the big TV.
Wow.
Okay.
I gotta be honest.
That's fine.
Sunday, 6 o'clock, Heat game. Big TV, small TV, big TV, Heat, small TV, red zone. That tells you something.
That guy's dedicated.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'll do too. No, that's what I'll do also. That's the move, of course.
By the way, you know who's in about 7th place of a 3-person competition would be Theo. Are you aware that Zaz? You know what? You and I have had a versus. Right now, we're going to have an and.
Why?
Zaz, are you aware? And credit, I won't name my source, J&P, on this. Are you aware that Theo has launched a Heat podcast and now has decided not to watch the Heat games because he can't figure out the app and the cable aspect of this, and he doesn't watch the games, yet he puts out this big post on Instagram that 1 million people who have known him forever in and outside this industry is like, oh, my God, you earned this. He's like, I finally did it. I got the Heat podcast. He has all these pictures of himself interviewing all these players, and he has this celebratory post, and 1 million people are congratulating him. And he finally gets this thing he's wanted forever, and now he stopped watching the Heat.
You know what? That's interesting that you said that because I saw the post and I saw people congratulating him. I didn't understand what they were congratulating him. I thought they were just congratulating him on being a fan. I was like, well, what are we congratulating for? You know? Okay, so you have that makes a little bit more sense now. You know,
you didn't read the dang caption.
No, I just saw like a bunch of pictures of you interviewing people, and I saw, oh, I'm so happy you deserve this. Deserves what? He's a fan. Who cares? So that makes a little bit more sense. But what are you telling me here?
By the way, why do you have the first picture as you and Terry Rozier? It's an odd first picture, is it not?
Theo, read the room. Come on.
It was before everything fully kind of flushed out, and it was topical. It was part of the interviews we did, and it's on our page, and I wanted to be able to promote the interview. Sorry.
So, Theo, what are you doing? You're looking at a box score, and then you're doing a podcast?
You condensed games, watching NFL Red Zone, and just going off the top of the head, you know, the whole nine.
All right.
It's horrible. I mean, it's horrible. He doesn't know. He didn't even know that Norm has been out. He has no idea.
Who's Norm?
He thinks Jovic is still starting. Who's Norm? He doesn't even know that.
Oh, my gosh. Get Evan out of here. You know what? This is not what we brought you in here for, is to continuously ridicule me.
Evan, don't be mad at me. I was trying to be a gentleman.
You know, by the way, you know what the theme is? You could argue the theme is me versus Zaslow. That's fair. You could argue the theme is Zaslow and I versus Theo. That would be fair. The real theme as we leave this is Theo versus Russo and Rizzo. Let's be honest.
That's the impression I got, too. That's the impression I got. Yep.
It gets hot. It gets hot. No, Evan, with that, please exit stage left, and we appreciate you. We'll tap in with you on Unsportsmanlike. That was very unsportsmanlike of you, Evan. That was very unsportsmanlike of you. And
Love you all, except
see, then
that's right.
He's going to say except CKatt.
There you go.